live everywhere.
Now we're everywhere.
Hey, everybody. It is Dana and Amy.
Shakira.
We were doing some pre-chat discussion over on Instagram. And hello and welcome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to share this on Facebook real quick. So talk amongst yourselves.
Well, tonight is not our regular night. So we are so happy to see 5 people over here on the Instagram chat and people slowly, maybe steadily coming in on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. So if you're coming in, please drop a comment. As Dana would always say, who are you? Where are you from? What are you drinking? Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're drinking. I think that's what he says.
That is what I say.
I got it. And second time's a charm, right? And tonight we're going to share 2 very different beers with you.
Oh, yeah.
Here. One was a gift from Dana's coworker that required translation.
It did.
Super exciting. Yeah. And and then one is we have talked about the Golden Road Brewing on the show before.
We have.
And it's a different one from that same brewery that brought you Mango Cart, which is one of the only mango things that Dana likes. So
I don't like mangoes by
generally
themselves. I like them in things, salsas, sauces, beer, apparently.
Yeah.
And over on Facebook, Kevin Gwynn has said hello from Bird in Hand.
Oh, we're so sad that we can't be there. We wish everybody good luck at Bird in Hand. I think that Roxanne and Carl are there. Kevin is there. JD is there. Welcome to the chat, Josh and Rhonda Lee and Meg and James Loves Trail Runs and Dan Rams and Andy. They're all over here on Instagram. And Kevin, please let the Extra Milers know that we love them and we wish we could be at Bird in Hand. I think Tom Stover from the Will Run For podcast is there. Maybe you'll run into him.
This is going to be my weekend for FOMO. You know, like when you have it for like the Disney races, I am going to have it for Bird in Hand.
I'm having it for Bird in Hand, but apparently we have a lot of members in the Runcation Nation that we have to shout out. Jessica, how are you? Welcome. We Meg is also here and she is just coming back with a vengeance. And
Josh is over on the tubes.
Yeah, and well, I think he's simultaneously in 2 different places, but we have so many members of the Runcation Nation that are running races this weekend.
Yeah.
That we have to shout out everybody. Andy Davison's on the comeback trail in training. Meg is in recovery and just pushing it safely.
Beast.
And
absolute beast.
Beast mode activated.
Mm-hmm.
And we have so many people who are just, oh my gosh, we love seeing all of this. And Kevin, we are going to come back with a vengeance in 2023. We hope to see you at the Jeff Galloway half. We hope to be there ourselves, and we
plan to be there ourselves.
We hope to redeem ourselves for Bird in Hand in 2023.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're going to have a couple of beers. We're going to have a few shout outs. The first and most important shout out for me and everybody, please put something in the comments. Please, 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 let's get his ears burning so that he might jump in the chat as well if he's not working himself, his fingers to the bone. Happiest of birthdays to a dear friend, a man with a heart of gold who would do anything for us and we would do anything for him. Happy birthday to John Schroeder. 21 looks great on you.
With a couple of years of practice there.
And we can't tell you how much we love you. We hope you have an amazing day with friends and family. You're probably at work knowing you, but we love you and we hope that you have a great glass of whatever you want to drink and a wonderful meal. And we just wish you the happiest of days and the coming year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll toast to that.
And look who it is, John Schroeder.
There. Oh, he's jumped
He's
in over on
in.
Instagram.
Yes.
Well, we're going to toast your birthday, John.
Yes.
And we're going to do it with a beer that a friend of mine from work gave me to try for the show. And Nick, thank you very much for this. If you are watching now, or if you're watching in the playback, this is one that I've never had from a brewery I've never tried, and we're gonna sample it right now as we get this evening.
Fun size Jen has now joined the party. We can't wait to see her in Clearwater soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Yes.
But as we get this evening's festivities underway, this is, of course, a rather unique. We don't normally do Friday Night Live. We normally are midweek, but it was a holiday week, and we had to, get caught up with everything. And then the week really, like, it was like, oh, you had a day off? Oh, no. You're going to do 5 days worth of work, and you're just going to do it in 4 days.
Yeah, that's how I feel like this week went for everybody. I don't know if you all feel like that. Let us know in the chat. Let's see. What are you running this weekend? James Loves Trail Run says, I only have Fri-YAY Branca at the office, so I guess it's a shot to you. I said, that's what he said.
Whatever. Hey, nothing wrong with Fri-YAY Branca.
Meg is drinking Liquid IV Golden Cherry.
Well, we are going to be starting tonight with a beer from a brewery called Hoften Dormal.
Hoften Dormal.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is Belgian beer.
I don't know.
And the beer is called Zur van Tildonk.
Oh, Cheryl's in the chat.
And I'll show everybody what the label looks like.
Yay.
I'm showing Instagram. You got Instagram?
John got himself a birthday gift today.
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Fancy. So
13 or 14, John? 13 or 14?
I've shown the beer. Let me read the description. And at first I thought I was going to have to read the Belgian the Belgian translated by Google Translate. Fortunately, their website has an English version, so I think it's going to be properly conjugated. The Zur van Tildonk is a traditional lambic with wild yeasts from the farm. They give the beer a soft, refreshing sourness. After 1 year in wooden barrels, the beer is re-fermented in the bottle. Grain, barley malt, and wheat. Hops, Magnum. 6% ABV. Now, farmhouse ales and wild fermentation is usually a recipe for something I'm not going to love, typically.
Why?
A lot of times wild yeast strains create interesting flavor profiles. That's the best way I could describe it. It's not always a flavor profile I'm accustomed to. And a lot of times with farmhouse style beers, you will get, they'll call it notes of hay, notes of hay.
Notes Listen, he said
farm
hay.
Of barnyard. I like how they call it barnyard. And it actually kind of tastes like a barn smells sometimes. That's the only way I could describe it. So I'm really curious about this. That said, a lot of Belgian yeasts, if you guys have followed the show for any length of time, you know that I generally love Belgian style beers. And those are typically like Abbey style, Belgian monks, their brewing style. So I'll be really curious to see how this one goes. So, Aim, I've poured you a sampling. Cheers.
Now I'm afraid.
Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday, John.
And we're going to be shouting some other people out here very momentarily. For all of you that we're going to be shouting out, this is an early cheers.
Yes.
I get the odors or the aromas of some of that traditional Belgian flavor, but I'm also getting a little bit of that barnyard aroma.
Good luck. I told him good luck.
Oh, that's tart. Oh, my.
I would say, hey, Darlene, how are you?
And Josh, you kind of nailed it. He's like, hashtag Dingleberry Ale.
It's more like a sour.
This is really tart.
Yeah. It's more like a sour, not like.
It's got a lot of sour.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of the hints of those traditional Belgian flavors, like kind of the banana clove kind of thing. And then the horse blanket comes right in behind that. And you're like, weird. This one's weird. I love trying new stuff. I mean, this was given to me. My friend at work, he's got a connection who does some importing.
It's interesting to try new things and different. And you expect it to go one way. I expected
this is not what I expected.
A different flavor altogether.
I don't know what I expected, but this isn't it.
I didn't expect like a sour to be the dominant flavor profile, like a lemon. Almost
picked by the mule. Yeah.
Very, very close to a lemon.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
really tart.
It's not bad. And it's not like you get an overwhelming, barnyard aroma. That's not it. It's it's just there. It's in the background. And especially after you swallow.
In the nose.
A little bit in the nose and then after you swallow. But
so
heavier, I would say this is a medium bodied beer. It's a higher carbonation.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting choice. You don't normally see medium body or heavy body beers with really high carbonation. But this is quite fizzy.
Yeah.
And the bottle fermenting and the re-fermenting in the bottle, that gives you a little more oomph. Gives you a little more carbonation, gives you a little more oomph on the ABV.
So we toasted with our tart beer.
We did.
To the 10-mile training run Fun Size Jen will do and run past the British Embassy to see the memorial for the Queen.
Oh my.
Yeah. And Darlene has a half marathon. I believe it's Kansas City.
I think that's what you said.
I believe it's Kansas City. Darlene, you're in the chat. Let me know if I'm right or wrong, but I think I have it right.
And just a reminder, if you guys are just joining us, please tell us who you are, drop a comment, who you are, where you're from, what you're drinking tonight. We're having a beer by Hoften Dormal from Belgium.
Rhonda Lee has a race too. Speaking of people in the chat, Darlene's in the chat and Rhonda Lee is in the oh yeah, we were close. Overland Park, Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
What did I say?
Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
I
got the state right.
I have a friend that works in Overland Park.
And then we have so many doing bird in hand. The Darlene is doing the Patriots run.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's the perfect weekend for it. We have Kelly doing some races. We have who else? Let me pull up the list.
Yeah, for us this weekend, it's really simple. It's a 4-miler for us with a magic mile to give us kind of a, hey, here's a good estimate for your race day pace. So that's not too bad. We just did 13 last weekend.
I pulled up the list, and Kelly is doing the Gulf Beach, Connecticut half. Susie, who we've already been seeing some pictures from, Bozeman, Montana half. Then Kelly is, so the Gulf Beach is on the 10th, and then Surftown. Sorry. Surftown half in Rhode Island on the 11th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Rhonda Lee is doing Cape Breton Fiddler's Half Marathon in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Very cool.
There's Darlene's Patriots Run in Overland Park, Kansas. And those are the ones that I know about.
Yeah. Now, if you guys have a race coming up or if you're doing a big training run this weekend, let us know. Drop it in the comments. We're super, super thrilled to shout you out.
Meg says
Katie has just joined us over here on the tubes.
Meg says, yay, Kelly, Gulf Beach is stunningly gorgeous. Loved it in 2019.
We need to do that one. We need to do that one.
Yeah, but Well, I think Kelly was in the chat talking about a 3-hour time limit. Am I
Okay.
right, Meg? Am I right? Because that sounds pretty. Oh, I can't even. That's an hour off where I am right now.
I think you'll be a little faster than that come race day.
Maybe. But, right. I'm just saying,
Well, you'll have to do your Magic Mile is going to give you a good pace this weekend. You'll know for sure.
I hope so. Meg says it has a pirate's medal.
Oh, nice.
But if it's 3-hour time limit, I'm kind of I would be very worried about that.
You'd be fine.
I'm going
to. If you set your mind to doing it, you'd be fine.
I'll just quit my job and train 100% of the time.
That's it. That's all you got to do. No problem.
3 hours is super tight, Darlene. I mean, for me, I've never, ever done something that fast. I've never done a half that fast.
No. But that's okay.
And I know that
fast
is relative. Fast is relative, I know.
But you've also never set that as a goal.
True. Fair. I do represent the back of the pack, the people who enjoy the scenery. If I train...
want to make the most of your race entry fee.
Yeah.
Like we say on our shirts.
So Rondalee says she'll be attempting fiddler. She still has residual symptoms from being sick.
Yeah. It can linger.
But she's decided that a did not start or a DNS is worse than a did not finish.
Absolutely.
So I'll be starting. Yes. Did I ever tell the story about after I got my knee scoped and we went out to Anaheim to do the inaugural light side Star Wars half?
I don't know.
In Anaheim. I would say be careful with yourself and love yourself and I know you will. Just listen to your body and do what you can do and not push, because you have future goals that are pretty amazing in the coming months. That's all I'm saying, Rondalee. But we were, I don't know what year that was, the inaugural light side half. I want to say, gosh, I would have to look it up, but it was before the podcast started, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, before the podcast started, but I can't remember what
2015?
year. Maybe 2014, 2015.
2014 was
2015.
Tinkerbell.
Thank you, Front Size Jen. Yeah, 2015. And it was December of 2014 that I had that surgery. And we went out there because, it's Disney, plane fare, non-refundable stuff. And we were just gonna be like, well, we're gonna do what we can. And we dressed up. We had Jedi robes, and I had Yoda backpack and Yoda ears.
And I had a Darth Vader beanie cap that actually had
and you had the Jedi robe,
the ears incorporated into it.
Jedi robe and everything. And you just said, we're gonna do this on you and your pace, and we do what we can. We do what we can.
Mm-hmm.
And we made it through all of the park. We made it through Disneyland and California Adventure. We were able to make it through all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5th mile before you would set out in Anaheim, I just couldn't.
And your physical therapist at the time was like, you might want to give yourself more time. And you're like, tickets are bought, airfare's non-refundable, we're going.
And we're eating and drinking. Well, good food and good beverages, but all in moderation.
Of course.
All in moderation. But hey, JoJo, the wind issues were when Avengers.
Yes.
We actually have pictures of when the mile markers were like on the ground.
Yeah.
That would Fun Size Jen. So
they had wind issues prior to that too, though.
Yes, but Avengers is the one that was really widely publicized,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we got to mile 5, and the amazing thing was that Dana was with me, and we were right there, and there was one last water stop right before the parade bus, right before the pickup bus. And Dana yells out to all of these youngsters who have come from some local volunteer group to hand out water
Mhm.
has yelled at them something like, my wife is amazing. She's 2 weeks post surgery and she's doing this race 5 whole miles. And it was like a standing ovation.
Mhm.
They were all cheering.
They were
and
awesome.
toasting with their water cups. They had read my name on the bib and they were like, way to go, Amy. All right, Amy.
Mhm.
You rock, Amy. Congratulations, Amy. It was like that water stop was like a finish line.
It was your finish line.
It was like a finish line and it was amazing. And Meg, if it happens to you, I mean, you still have lots of time to recover, and I'm going to just send all the healing vibes to you so that you can get it done with your mom on that special weekend. But if it happens to you that way, I can tell you that the volunteers, the fellow runners, everybody will make it just an experience that's worth having.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah, and if you're going to be aggressive after a surgery, especially foot, ankle, knee, something that's directly impacting your twigs, and you can't run, or you're having a hard time with it, you've got to give yourself that grace and say, I'm going to go as far as I can, as fast as I can, and I'm going to be proud at whatever I can accomplish. When I did, I had my knee scoped and I ended up doing Alaska. I was under direct orders from the Therabeast that thou shalt not run at all. No interval work. You will walk only. Because I was I forget how many weeks I was post-op from that, but it wasn't a month. It wasn't enough.
Not even.
And
not
I
even
was
a month,
still
maybe.
I was still very weak, and I could feel the instability in my knee. And I did that, and then my first race back where I actually got to do running was Key West. And Amy stayed with me for that one.
Yeah. We stayed together for both.
Because but it was kind of the reverse. You were staying with me and making sure I was okay.
Yeah.
And that one I took super slow. I did basically a 5-second run, 55-second walk for the entire thing.
It was super humid.
And that was a brutally hot race. That was the October race in Key West. That, as much as I love Key West and recommend, if you can fit a Key West race in, that is not the race you come to for PRs at all. No way.
No.
Excuse my mistakes.
Bless you.
Goodness.
Gesundheit.
Oh.
So, Fun Size Jen says hi to our puppies. So one of them must have been walking around here.
Yeah, they popped in.
And then she dropped the question in the chat for everybody on all the channels. What is your all-time favorite race that you have that you have run, that you have watched, that you have volunteered, whatever? Because Cheryl is actually volunteering at a race this weekend. Tomorrow, I think, she said. So she's always volunteering, and I think that's so wonderful. And I want to do more of that.
Yes.
In the future.
Southwest Florida has a distinctive drought when it comes to distances beyond 5K. We used to have the Best Damn Race series here. They did it for I think 2 years. And then they pulled up stakes and didn't come back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it wasn't well attended or whatever the case may be, but I think we've got a pretty robust running community down here.
Oh, we do.
We got the Naples half.
We got the
Naples Marathon.
Speedsters.
That one goes on. That's a Boston qualifier. So, but most of the races down here tend to be 5Ks and fun runs.
So
excuse me.
Meg says the Falmouth if I hope I pronounced it right. Road race, bless you, is
Thank you.
her favorite. Rhonda Lee says, outside of any Disney race, my favorite is Soul Sisters in Nova Scotia. Typically women only, and it is a sea of purple shirts and tutus. I love
Cute.
purple. I love purple. And Meg says, Disney's always my favorite. So I thought Fun Size Jen meant another race. So, but of course. Cheryl says, I don't have a favorite race. I haven't done enough of them. I'm sure you have a favorite trail run, though.
Yeah.
Cheryl, you know what I'm saying? I would venture to guess
With all that you've done,
one.
you've got to have something that you could be like, oh, this one's a must do.
I pronounced it right. Meg is proud. That's I also love watching the youth runs before the adult races. This is Rhonda Lee. She says to watch little kids running, it's so inspiring.
They're cute. Yeah. The Jeff Galloway race in Atlanta has a great kids race.
I love doing the 5K.
And JoJo paced them.
I know. I love doing the 5K. And that was one of my favorite memories, was to see JoJo with the kids doing all the races this past Christmas. December before Christmas. But yeah.
Josh dropped a great memory in here talking about us running him in at Donna.
Oh,
getting the chance to run you in on your first race. And Josh was a beast, because that was his first road race. And he did a challenge weekend plus a social shakeout run for his first challenge weekend. So or his first race weekend ever.
5K Friday, 5K Saturday, and half marathon on Sunday.
Yeah,
man.
And the half marathon was in what you might call some pretty adverse weather conditions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And JoJo says they whooped my butt. They whooped my butt.
Yeah, those kids were I think JoJo was like, oh, this is gonna be cute. And then the kids were just like, zoom. I mean, they were warp speed. It was so cute. She's like, oh, I gotta run.
Darlene says it's so hard to pick one, either the Nike Women's Marathon in San Francisco or Sedona half. We haven't done the Sedona half.
Sedona would be great, but you're at altitude there.
Ooh, we'd have to train for that. Fun Size Jen says every runner should volunteer for races when possible, and Meg agrees.
Pay it forward.
Yeah, we've done it.
Yeah.
We've done it here locally. We need to do more of it, and hopefully will in the coming.
Well, I love it when Rachel calls to say, hey, I need some people.
Yeah. I'm going to see if we're okay. Hang on.
Okay.
Preview the next beer.
So the next beer up is actually one we've talked about this brewery in the past. This is one that we really enjoy. It's called Golden Road. And this particular beer is called, excuse me, Guava Cart. Guava Cart. Let me show you this. I'm going to show everybody the can. Instagram.
I have information about this.
And
Guava Cart.
And everybody else.
Guava Cart from the people that brought us Mango Cart. Golden Road Brewing, and that's in California, I believe.
It is. That is California brewery.
It is a wheat beer, an American pale wheat, and 5% ABV, but no information on an IBU, rather.
Wheat beers tend to be very low on the bitterness scale.
Light and refreshing wheat ale with lots of fresh guava and passion fruit flavor and aroma. That is what I got.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, yeah. I have lost. It's like we froze.
Uh-oh.
I hope we're not frozen where you are. Let me know.
Instagram, tell us if we're frozen.
Oh, Meg says she's going to go. Have a great night, Meg. Thank you for dropping in. We love you. And we're so happy your recovery is on track and you're feeling good. Hopefully. About your progress, because you should.
Let's give this a taste.
Okay.
Cheers, everybody.
Derek from Satisfactual Sign Co.
I love Derek's work.
I love his work too.
If you want to get custom signs done that look
This smells like guava.
that captures the feel of some of those great signs that you see at Disney attractions, they do such an amazing job.
He thought I said sing Frozen, but I was like, we seem Frozen. Cheryl says her favorite 5K was in Seattle on New Year's morning, and you had the option to polar dive before hitting the finish line. It was so much fun. Oh,
Polar dive is in go into the freezing water.
She's gonna have to clarify.
I'm guessing that's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tasty.
The smell is great. It's like one of the guava pastries that you would.
This is so tasty. Very light.
Highly recommend. And now they have like
not super sweet.
Like a colada, like a this is part of another beer that they make too. Because I don't think you can find this on their website anymore.
Oh, really?
Really? But dunk yourself into Lake Washington, yes, is what Cheryl says. So you can freeze to death.
Wrong.
You can freeze to death. So
I saw Titanic. I know how that ends. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it either, but it sounds like fun. I mean, the run does. And watching other people do it.
And for the record, there was room for Jack on that door. Just saying.
I mean, it could have worked out somehow, some way. Yes. Yeah. Golden Road. If you like pina coladas. What is it called? What is it called? There's Mango Cart, which is what we love. But I gotta find it. Our beer. New releases. I know it's here. Seasonal. Here it is. The Guava Chelada Cart. So it's like a picture of this beer can that you just showed off. And then there's blue all around it with chelada.
Okay.
So it's an ale. Meet Guava Chelada Cart, the newest member of the family. The classic Michelada, right, has bright flavors and aromas of fresh guava complementing the
tomato
clamato base
or clamato juice.
Yeah.
It's like you've had one before.
3.5% ABV. Availability.
3.5.
Yeah, I'm not lying to you. I am not lying to you.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah,
right
3.5.
Right here.
You're right.
So sorry. Yeah. I was just looking at Nice Guy's new cocktail menu. It's a reason that you should come and visit us. Anybody and everybody listening to this and watching this, because their new cocktail menu.
The name of the cocktail menu.
The name of the cocktail menu. It's what is the name of the cocktail menu? Never gonna give you up.
Yeah.
And every drink is part of that sentence.
Yeah, part of the lyrics from Rick Astley's famous song.
Uh-huh. And if you have all of them in the what is it? Usually a month that they have a
I think they rotate
their cocktail list
every month.
So if you have each one, not in the same sitting, mind you, because they support us also in our message of
drink responsibly,
being responsible.
Yeah,
so
that would be a trip to the hospital. Don't do that.
If you have all of them in the course of this cocktail menu, and usually they're a good month, maybe a little bit more, then you get a bonus.
You get the ability, you show the servers photos of you with cocktails.
Yeah.
Then you get the ability to order a shareable cocktail for the table.
Yeah.
That's special only for people who finished the list.
Yes. So, yeah. So, I had to restart my video chat. I mean, my Instagram chat. So I think I lost some of the chat because Fun Size Jen says, depends on the situation. Not if you have ripped the tags off your mattress. So I don't know what that was all about because I had to restart after the description. And then there's a Tunnel to Towers 5K up the road from Cheryl's house.
Nice.
Which is nice. And I would run
Great
something like that.
organization.
I would support that. Yeah. So it's a great cause. I talked about a favorite race memory. What is your favorite race? To answer Jen's question.
I think, we of course, we are huge fans of the Donna.
Of course. Everybody knows this about us.
Here in Florida, it's hard, the Donna for me is hard to beat locally.
Yes.
For the emotional connection to the race, for the community support, for the amazing Runners Village after party. And of course, having a bunch of race royalty showing up. I mean, you got Jeff Galloway. You very often have, you know who she is. Joe Benoit Samuelson.
I hate it when he does this. I hate it.
Joe Benoit Samuelson shows
I hate
up.
it. I hate this when he knows what I said. He knows what I said. This is a long-term argument.
It's okay to be starstruck. We understand. So
the Keys 100 was fun to crew, but I'll never want to run it. Cheryl says.
I could see crew in that one. That would suck.
Yeah. Well, I think Dean Gerber, who just completed a marathon this past weekend, I think he paced or crewed or actually was pacing, crewing, and cheer squatting.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
Yeah. That one there, that's going to be straight, flat, paved, and uncovered for the whole enchilada. I mean, ooh.
Just wait until rock and roll. Hopefully it will live up to the other rock and roll races. Now,
we've never done one.
I'm just sad that we can't be there to pick up our packets on Friday so that we could do the 5K and the half.
I know.
So because I would love to do both, but I just know I can't do it. I just know I can't. It's my fault.
How's it your fault?
Work.
Yeah. It's work's fault.
So
JoJo
says she's done a couple of rock and rolls or a few.
Yeah, we haven't done them. Now we've been up to Clearwater. We've done some of our own leisure and training running in Clearwater. We just haven't done a race there. So I know the terrain is going to be straight, flat, paved, mostly uncovered. So, that one's going to behoove us to make sure we're getting our intervals in from the get-go.
Isn't there a bridge involved?
There's probably a bridge in there somewhere, but that's not going to be most of the race.
Someone can also pick it up for you, Fun Size Jen says. I didn't know that.
Will they let you?
I don't know.
So many races are very militant about that.
I know. Like, you must show your photo ID and it must be you. And you must go to the expo before the day of the race.
Yeah. And if you're Disney, they're going to take a photo of you for the challenge.
For challenges. Opulent lighting. Opulent lighting.
Opulent lighting.
Welcome.
Hello. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're drinking.
drinking.
Drop your name in the chat. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Guess who ran all the Orange Theory intervals this morning? Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So Andy Davison says the bridges are not that bad. I did the Iron Girl half. So Andy Davison said we can do it.
Nice.
And I appreciate that support immensely. And yes, with a copy of a photo ID, somebody can pick it up for you.
Did not know that. I really had no idea. That's super cool.
Yeah.
But we're not registered for the 5K.
We are not.
So
we are
next
not.
time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting up with some people because I know she dropped in the Runcation Nation group. Who's going? I really
I
want
feel a breakfast in our future.
I also maybe feel some time at the North Island Bar and Grill. She remembers now. Yeah. There's a spot in Clearwater Beach that has the absolute what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not sick. You're
No.
going. That has
Chris, darling, how are you?
Hey, Chris.
Welcome.
North Island Bar and Grill in Clearwater has some of the best shrimp we have ever had anywhere in the country.
It was
Period. And it's a tiny place. It's not much bigger than our studio here.
It's so good.
It's kind of
We're making JoJo have FOMO.
As you walk
JoJo
by
has FOMO. Is it a hashtag, Josh? Let us know.
True.
JoJo has FOMO. Good evening, sir. Are you doing bird in hand? We were just shouting everybody out and wishing everybody luck for that. And good time, although you don't need luck, but you know. And we're very sad that we can't be there.
We are.
Mm-hmm. But we're putting it on the bucket list.
I want to run
the redemption list. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm not looking forward to the hills, but I want to run that one because I want to run by, near, or next to an Amish cart.
I do too.
Horse and buggy.
I do too. Fun Size Jen says, is this in Paso Grill, Dana?
No, that is actually on Clearwater Beach.
It's awesome.
And it is tiny. You walk down the sidewalk. They've got seating they've got some seating outdoors right on the sidewalk. You can go inside. It's a bar. They've got maybe six or eight tables behind the bar.
It's awesome.
And that's it.
I'm sorry.
But their kitchen is killing it. And
they are.
And the shrimp that we featured on the show, they're absolutely fantastic. And this is coming from somebody who's grown up in Florida, eating shrimp all his life.
It's so good. It's so good. Chris Darling is having FOMO. I had forgotten.
He's not doing it. That's right.
Because of his injury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of his back issues.
Sorry, we did not mean to salt that wound there, Chris.
I did not mean to do that either. No. I was just so wrapped up in our FOMO. Sorry. That's bad. But Josh says hashtag Mojo Jojo FOMO.
I like that.
And then Fun Size Jen says Wooter. Just Wooter over and over again.
I don't know what Wooter is.
Water?
Could be.
I don't know. Chris says it's all good though. It's all good.
Thank you.
It's all good. Are you going to do Jeff Galloway's race?
Oh, you should. We need to get some people to converge in Atlanta in the spring.
Well, that means he would have to give up Shamrock.
But you've run Shamrock. You ran it last year. I mean, we wanted to go back to Shamrock, but then we were like, okay, Shamrock again or Jeff's race?
What are we going to do if they happen on the same weekend over and over again?
Well, we may have to alternate if it's going to be an every year thing. Yeah.
Because we go to Donna every year and we know Jeff is a founder of that race and we're going to be there.
Yeah, we can catch up with Jeff there.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Also Disney.
Well, we always catch up with him there.
Right.
Yes.
So I don't need to feel bad, guilty.
We like getting up to Atlanta. Atlanta's a great
Flying
time.
Flying biscuit.
Atlanta's such a great opportunity for us to get a real dose of Southern cuisine on the show.
We're doing that barbecue thing that we
Fox
passed
Brothers?
up. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, Fox Brothers Barbecue. We've been meaning to get on the show for quite a while.
We're doing it.
We also need to get over there
Apple butter
for the AWS
distillery. Yes.
Distillery.
All in the same area. So good. Yes. Thumbs up. We have already planned the show.
And we've already, if you ever go up there, the Sweetwater Brewing is right there. Directly across the street is this little permanent food truck, and that's a satellite of Fox Brothers.
Yeah,
and then
they have
kind of behind that
location,
in the industrial park is AWS Distilling.
But they were like
They were having an event.
They were having some kind of private event.
They
and I
let
was
us
like,
sneak into the space, which was
we need to be a
beautiful.
part of the private event. Why can't we be?
This was one of those like these folks rented out the place, and in the distillery they've got the barrels and they've got this wide open space and they've hung these wonderful cafe lights.
Oh,
I think it was a wedding or a post-wedding, like a reception. What a beautiful setting for an event like that. And I guess that's kind of it's a weird juxtaposition because so many breweries and distilleries end up in these industrial areas, but the ones that really invest money in the space, they can create these beautiful event spaces.
Yes, they can.
And you don't think
gorgeous. Oh, Cheryl, have a good night and enjoy your volunteer experience tomorrow.
Yes.
And thank you for doing it.
And we have some people who dropped in over here on the tubes to tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you're drinking. We're hanging out tonight. We had a Belgian from Hof ten Dormaal called Zor van Tildonk.
You're just warming up for Oktoberfest.
Oh, let me tell you something.
That's what you are doing.
Oktoberfest, I'm ready. I'm seeing the Oktoberfest beer start to pop up. For me, it's still a little bit warm here in Florida to start drinking Märzen style beers, but I'm ready. I'm here for it.
I'm ready.
Can
we have it?
I'm ready to do a cultural
But we have to train
exchange.
and be good.
I know.
This is like
it's our 1 day a week.
This is our 1 day a week to have when we chat to have beer.
Oh yeah.
Normally
during the week, no.
So,
but yeah, this one here, nice. This is a nice. I
like Guava Cart. They know how to do a good beer with essence of fruit.
Yeah, fruited ale without it being too sweet. This brewery, you've heard us talk about when we go to Disney's Hollywood Studios. We go to a place.
Is that the same?
Baseline Tap House.
Is that the same brewery?
Same Golden Road, yeah.
Oh, then the Golden Road Cerveza you need to have. It's light. It's refreshing.
That's their Mexican lager.
On a hot Florida day. I am telling you, 100%. So good.
You're a fan of that style.
Yeah.
You're a fan of like Mexican lager style.
Oh, yeah. Just like you and the lime. It's good. It's good. Jojo also says, hey, what about a repeat of the Italian place?
Oh, I'll tell you what. That Italian spot that who gave us the tip for the Italian spot?
Tyler
was a rock star telling us about this place. We ended up going with Jojo that night for Italian food. It was
she took copious, excellent notes.
Well, there's a reason she's a producer of the show.
I know.
I mean, amazing. That food was ridiculous. And it's so funny going back to Decatur, Georgia. I went to college in Atlanta during the 90s. Decatur was a ghost town. There was nothing like that there. So all that's come up in the last 20 years.
So Andy Davison says, if you can get your hands on Highland Brewing Company Clawhammer, it's their Oktoberfest. So good. We will have to do it.
Oh yeah.
If we can, if it's distributed.
You know
down here.
One thing you can look forward to at this time of year is all of the Oktoberfests are coming out.
And pumpkin. See, in October, I think there are great pumpkin beers and also great Oktoberfest beers that we can talk about and actually enjoy when we hang out with our people.
We have to separate them out though.
I know. We can't have them in the same night.
Yeah. So we'll go hit like if you go to Total Wine or your favorite
package store,
they're probably going to start putting their
store.
Oktoberfests out. Those Märzens are starting to come out now.
I mean, it's pumpkin spice season, so
it is not pumpkin spice season.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Everybody is having the pumpkin spice. It's here. Okay.
It's 107 degree heat index here.
That's okay.
They try to get away with it by putting it on ice.
You can keep your pumpkin beers, Andy says. There are some that are good, but there are some that are just not.
That's one of those topics or
ones that I like.
Tastings that we do. We'll grab a sampling. We'll do some on a very on a live coming up.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of those where it'll be the rare times you'll hear us talk negatively about some stuff because not all pumpkin beers are created equal and they're not all very good.
That it's fair.
We've had some pretty
Jojo agrees with you.
Craptastic pumpkin beer.
Pumpkin spice Twinkies? No, no, no. Fun Size Jen says no, no, no.
Is that a thing?
Apparently, she saw a photo of them.
Now, I know that pumpkin spice Oreos exist. Yes.
I just don't think so.
Nick Z is in the chat over on Facebook. Thank you, Nick.
What did he say?
Nick said, I hope you like the beer. We were talking about this. This actually ended up being a Belgian farmhouse style ale. Little tart for our tastes normally, but it had a great hint of the traditional Belgian flavors, the banana and the clove kind of thing going on. But then it hit you with a little bit of the barnyard aroma.
Right.
So it was weird. It was weird. I liked it.
I think it was more of a sour.
Oh,
I do. But I appreciate everybody at your work that gives us great stuff to have with our Runcation Nation.
Oh, yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah. And
I love it.
Nick's got good taste in beers. And
pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts.
Oh, stop. Now you're just
JoJo.
That's just crazy talk.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts.
Darlene is going to check on Lancaster Brewing, baked pumpkin ale. That's very good. She recommends, but we don't know if we can get it here. She's going to check for us. And let us know.
We can get it here. We'll do it. We'll go get a sampling of a bunch of stuff. Not again.
But thank you, Nick. Yeah.
He says more will be coming. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
I love it. It's like the people that send us coffee, and you need snack foods.
Snack foods.
You know, like jelly beans and
oh gosh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Candy corn.
The jelly bellies. Oh, well, we could do without the holiday flavored candy corns anymore.
Oh,
we've just done those. But I'm a huge Belgian fan. But yeah, the farmhouse thing. Whew. We do have a local brewery here that does a lot of wild fermentation stuff. And
8 Foot. Shout out to 8 Foot Brewing.
8 Foot Brewing.
Yeah.
And if you are into those in Southwest Florida, that is a great place to check out. And they're doing a craft beer fest here coming soon. And if you're going to be in the Southwest Florida area, check out 8 Foot Brewing on their Facebook page. They've got an event posted.
They're small, but they do
really well.
They do really well, and I really like that. I mean, I welcome it all.
Oh yeah.
And now I really want to go have Rick Astley cocktails. I feel like that's a challenge we should accept and do because
for science.
Because Nice Guys is a patron of the show.
That too. And it's hard to turn down. Their cocktail game is super strong.
And their food.
That too.
All of it. You all should come here.
We're trying to get you all down here to come visit.
All of you.
As much as we can.
And we love you.
But hey, with that, now that Amy has shared the love,
sorry,
we are at the top of the hour. We want to say thank you to everybody for coming and hanging out with us for the last hour. We love giving you guys a place that you can get a reprieve from the world, tune out the news, tune out current events, and talk running, eating, drinking, and anything else that comes to mind. We really do appreciate it. We do like to let you know that the new episode is up in the feed. It was a little late getting out this week due to the holiday weekend, but it is up in the feed. We talk about training. We talk about a virtual race.
Shout out to Metal Chasers.
Shout out to our friends Metal Chasers and to a fantastic spot for food and craft beer in Tampa that we stopped off at.
Anyone that's coming to do the Gasparilla.
This is going to be a must do. It's going to be one of our spots for meetup. For sure.
Oh, I hope so. I don't know. We just have to. There's so much that we want to do with our people. Oh, so we've got to fit it in.
That one's going to be there. But check out this week's episode. You can always go to runeatdrink.net. Listen right there on the website. Of course, we really would prefer that you subscribe in your favorite podcatcher. You
and
can
rate
find us just about anywhere podcasts are served, just not Spotify yet. Yeah,
I know. It's a battle.
So, guys, thank you all for hanging out. We really do appreciate it.
We love you. Good luck on all your races and training runs and volunteering and everything.
Yes, and we will be
love you
back next week. I don't think we're going to be waiting till Friday, are we? I think we're going to be, doing this a little more, a little more midweek like we normally do. I think that's kind of a nice, normally what we do, you know, to kind of break up the week so that people aren't, you know, getting, or having to sacrifice hanging out with us versus going out. We would not want you to choose hanging out with us on computers versus going out.
Days or outing with friends, just letting go of work week. We love you all.
We really do. And we, again, you all make it possible. Thank you so much for doing this with us. And the fact that we get to hang out with y'all and just show us so much fun. So, we will talk to y'all later next week. Please check out the most recent episode of the show. And we'll talk to you soon. Good night.